Are we live yet?
Yeah. No, I'm playing the intro first. Okay. Guys, if you are watching this, say hi. Wait, wait.
Hi. Hi, everyone. I don't even know if I'm live yet. Hello,
I
hello, hello.
cannot see, right?
Eh?
Oh wait, because it's okay, hang on.
Lenny say not live yet.
Yeah. Okay, so I am making it live now. Okay.
Okay. Lenny say live.
All right. Awesome. Okay. Do you guys hear us or see us? Please drop a line in the comment section.
Can Are we live yet?
Well, I am streaming it on my end.
Okay.
It's public, yeah. So there are concurrent viewers.
Okay.
All right.
Hey guys, what's up?
Wait. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, man. This somehow I'm still trying to get the what you call that the OBS to stream Zoom conversations properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Just so
Yeah.
you know, everyone can see what you're doing.
Oh, yay! Great! I'm lucky. I'm glad I turned off all the porn already.
Okay, very good.
Okay, good.
Phew.
So, all right, guys. So since we are live, I think the face to the left of me. Wait, sorry. This side, right? Needs no further
Yep.
introduction. She's been my colleague for a good last 3 years. Feels longer than that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she is no stranger in this channel already lah. But now she's her own taukenyo already in a way. She's still part of the family, but at the same time, she is starting uh, her own branch of the family. Like like the daughter marrying out to start her own family. She's like the Bugatti in the Volkswagen group. No, that's wrong. Bugatti don't have drop the top, right? No. You Lamborghini. She's the Lamborghini of the Volkswagen Group, and this is Beng. Welcome on board, Beng. Thank you so much for being with us. For being with me. I've featured you many times on my channel before, but this time it's a bit different because for
It
one
hits
thing, I
different.
didn't get to see. I didn't see you on Monday's team meeting as usual, so I'm still getting used to the status quo, but we miss you. But at the same time, we are very happy for you. As you chart this new path in your career. Yeah. Okay,
Missing y'all also.
so let's get things very quickly under the way. How's your new life?
Very busy.
Life?
Very busy,
Yeah.
but very good.
Yeah.
Researching a lot,
Mhm.
reading a lot,
Mhm.
and trying to find the balance between being a complete perfectionist and just getting things running. at the same
Okay, this
time.
is something that I remember of you. Uh, we know you set very, because all this while we know when we do a lot, we've done a lot of projects together, right? And we know you set very high standards for yourself, and it gives me that feeling that whenever Bing is on top of something, we really just lepas tangan. We know we can count on you. Something will happen, all right? But we also know that you hold yourself to a high standard. You make sure everything come out nicely. And I think in the past 3 years, right, you have come to be someone that I feel I can always count on in any situation. Uh, so yeah, so it's like I and the thing is that I know you are a very strong, very resilient character. This behind the all the hee ha, all the the smiling face and all that. You're a tough nut underneath. All right, you are someone who has that underlying strength in you, that resolve to to uh, to take on, to shoulder great burdens. And I think I have to put this on record for everybody to hear. It's a very gratifying experience for me to have someone like you by working with us by our side. So as happy as we are for you to see you put on your wings and fly, your presence is in the core team is soaring. It's like I think it will be something. It will be something how I feel when my daughters get married and shift out of the house. As much as I'm happy for them to get married, going to make grandkids for me, it's yeah, it's going to be that.
Guys, this is so con. Yeah, every Monday, every other Monday meeting when I was in the core team of Horizon,
Sorry,
what
sorry,
happens?
sorry. My daughter
We
just
just
endangered us. Daughter just
everything
endangered
okay?
herself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so that was it. That and so let's rewind back a bit to the past, right? We start with how you came to Horizon, how you came on board Horizon, and I watched that video you did with Bobby. Okay, how you just one day randomly called him.
Mm.
How you guys had this phone call. But the thing is, okay, and before that you've met. But what made you make that call?
Honestly, at that point of time,
Mm-hmm.
my boss, my boss was like, okay, we have this budget to spend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. We need to spend it.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Then my immediate superior, Bing, call all the medias that you know, say we want to run ad now, 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 now. And that's what I did. Called
Mm-hmm.
all the media.
Yeah.
So I called Bobby, and in the print at that point of time, it was still print stage.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to print an ad this month when I call you today,
Yeah.
because usually you have to plan for the next 3 months or so.
Correct.
So if
Correct.
I were to
Correct.
engage you right now, you have to tell me like, okay, your slot is 3 months later, which
Yeah.
we didn't want, because I think it
Mm-hmm.
was the end of the quarter or something.
Correct. Correct.
So I I sourced every media I knew, and
Mm-hmm.
whichever media that allowed me to print the ad during that
Mm-hmm.
month,
Mm-hmm.
we were on board with them. So
Ah.
yeah.
Yeah. But okay. Okay. But okay. So that is how you guys hit it off, right? How you guys.
Yeah. So I remember briefly talking to Bobby,
Yeah.
and then and then he came. He delivered the magazine. Then we just continued speaking. Yeah, I guess that's how we hit it off. Then
Mm-hmm.
he came. He bought some GoPro products because he was going
Mm-hmm.
overseas to use. Then he came back. He's like, "Why cannot use one? Why cannot?" Then I was like, so I was helping him fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, I think at the point of time he came with Cass. Cass was pregnant with May, and Ita was there as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's it. After that, we just kept in contact lah. Cause
Yeah.
I think at the point of time, because I was marketing, then at the
Mm-hmm.
same time doing PR, I was in
Yeah.
contact with all the media at that time. So just kept in contact lor.
Yeah. And then after you came on board, right? First day of
Mm,
work was Evo Enduro. Uh,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. And at that time I was not. I haven't joined Bobby yet. That time But I'm not sure if you know, and that enduro also had a special meaning for me in a way, even though I wasn't present. Yeah, yeah. Because what happened was, at that time my elder daughter was just born, right? And a few weeks before that, I was looking at my monthly balance sheet, my cash flow. I was like, damn it, man.
Wait. You do monthly balance sheet, like literally monthly balance
Well,
sheet.
I mean, I just, well, not in the proper accounting way. It's my own way, but I do track my expenses versus my income lah. And
Okay.
as a new father, I realized that my expenses had exceeded my income, and I was slowly eating into my savings. And I didn't have
Okay.
Thomas Yap to give me financial coaching on how to split into, what account and what account. So, so I was
Yep.
like, I panicked. I was in panic mode. Okay, my salary, right, I was earning a decent salary, but not enough to cover my expense. So I started calling all my friends in the industry, not looking for a job,
Yep.
but more looking extra work to supplement my
Yep.
income so that, hey, hey, you got any job, Then I know that Bobby at that time, he was doing enduro, and I knew that he was going to be out of town for long. I said, hey bro, while you're away, is there anything I can help you with? No, I said, this is my situation. I need a bit of money. I need a bit of work. And that was how I started helping Bobby on a part-time basis. I started to contribute articles to Bobby, and slowly after that, a vacancy opened. He asked me if I want to come on board,
Yep.
and I did. And that's how you and me became colleagues for 3 years. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
enduro was not. I was not there for the first enduro, but in a way, it still played a role in my life.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mati, you must make some, what do you call that? Some relationship with the first Evo Enduro lah, right?
Of
Somehow lah,
course, of
Mati,
course.
you
This
must
is Bing.
kat
If you
dalam
haven't,
lah.
if you, let me remind you, you're on my channel, so I have to like glamour skit.
Okay, can. Bagi.
Okay, okay. So we all know shortly after that, the famous conversation, between you and Bobby.
Yeah,
Hey, what car you
everyone
want to
knows the
buy?
story.
Ah?
Yeah, eh.
and,
I
and
was so.
so at that time,
Mm,
right up to that point in time, you had not envisioned life with a drop the top, with a convertible. Had you ever like
never.
even dream of one day owning a convertible before that day?
Owning, no. But I'm a person who doesn't dream of owning fancy things.
Yeah,
So I'm a person who will be like, okay, I live life very averagely.
yeah,
Like I'm very happy going through life with
yeah.
my Viva.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, progress
Yeah,
personally,
yeah,
mentally, all that lah.
yeah, yeah,
But materialistic wise was never one of my top options lah. It
yeah.
was never like, oh, I want to get a big car, I want to get a big house. To me, it's like,
Mm,
wow, get big house, I have to clean them a lot. Don't want
mm,
small house.
mm.
Uh, yeah, so it was like, oh yeah, it would be nice to own a convertible, and it's really like, wow, so nice to live that life, and then that's it.
So you are really you're someone who is really about experiences, about about the your interaction with your senses, right? You are not
Correct.
one who cares about that fucking badge on the bonnet, right?
Correct.
Or right. So that is why the convertible lifestyle appeals so much to you, because it's more than just a car. It is an assault of your senses, for the lack of a better word, right?
Yeah.
You continuously interact with your surroundings,
Yes,
you know.
and even when you said that, my bulu roma literally stood,
Mm-hmm.
cause I, I resonate so much with that,
Mm-hmm.
and until now,
Mm-hmm.
I will not find any spec sheet of my NC. When people
Mm-hmm.
ask me anything with my NC, I I don't want to know the specs of my NC,
Mm-hmm.
cause that is just not the point.
Mm-hmm.
The point is the entire experience, and
Mm-hmm.
even during the NCO where we couldn't go out and drive, it was really like lockdown. You
Yeah,
cannot do
yeah, yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember going out and driving out after very long of not driving my car, and I instantaneously fell in love again. I was like, this is why I have you, and
Yeah.
that connection there's like, wow, you can actually handle so well. And then when
Yeah.
you drive with the top down and the
Yeah.
music, and you're just like, no regrets, no regrets.
Yeah, that's the
Yes,
spirit, and this is the point that this is something that I always like to see when people between people and their cars, right? Is that it doesn't have to be a fancy car, it doesn't have to be an expensive car, but it has to be a car that you enjoy. It has to be a car that brings happiness to you, right?
yes,
So
it's the
it's
connect.
I mean, it's today is something. Even I've known you for so long, but I think this is the first time that we really sat down and really explore that you dive deep into the whole, what is it that
Yeah.
makes your love for drop the top tick. and
Uh yeah.
And I think right, it is that energy you bring into it, that joy that radiates out of you, that people like Baldwin Chua go and buy a Mercedes SLK. All right, and honestly, Bing, I tell you this, right? I can tell you this. There are a lot of people that come to me and tell me, Con, because of you, I bought an E39. But I confirm there are way more people who bought drop the tops because of you.
I don't
Confirm
know.
lah, right?
Honestly, I just want people to experience what I experience,
Yes,
and
yes, yes, yes.
this amazing feeling, and the amount of this, like you said, is the experience
Mm,
the friendships that I've built along the way,
mm.
from people not understanding to people like, okay, I get why you like it, to
Yeah,
people like, I bought it. Oh, and
yeah,
they are the one preaching to me now.
yeah,
They're the one like, oh, you drop the top, wow, wow, drop the top.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
now good weather.
yeah.
And they are the one telling you to drop down. Oh, okay, okay, cool, cool, cool.
Okay, yeah. So here's a question for you. You are the one always you are the one who always see convertibles with their roof up. Oi, why never drop the top? But
Yeah.
okay, here. What are situations where you will keep your top up? What?
If I go for meeting,
Mm.
if I go for meeting and it's hot and I know I will sweat,
You also know how to
then
skate sweat one nah.
if I go for meeting lah, abo, then go client, sorry, then feel, oh,
I
wow,
thought
one
I
pack
thought
here,
I
one
thought
pack
that's
there.
I thought that's a Bobby Ang
Some,
thing.
no, sweat one, what? Human nature, what? Cannot.
Yeah,
Then everything melting, cannot.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
True, true,
acceptable lah to a point.
true, true. You remember that time that we went for that shoot in Genting, and
Yes,
I have to rush out and I have to drive your car, and your aircon
yes,
compressor was still gone at that time. So I
yes.
was like, okay lah, you know, Buka, and guys, this one really, Bing is such a wonderful colleague. She knows that I was rushing to get home early that day during our shoot. So it's like, Con, nah, take my car and go. So that time her car was in the full glory of her Cortex stickers. All right.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And I just drive the whole way
Yep.
from Genting down to PJ, all the way into PJ, roof down, and I was like, hey, it actually feels quite manly.
Yeah, and guys, at that point of time, like I was like, oh my god, Con, please take care of my car, okay? Please.
Mm,
Because I'm actually quite ill with the type of people that drive my car. So I
yeah.
was like, Con, please,
Hey, don't worry,
please
don't
take
worry.
care of
When it comes to driving other people's car, I am way, way, way more cautious than I drive my own car. I drive my own car, I whack one. I see corner, I whack one. But when I drive other people's car, okay, I need to
yes, yes.
return this car
So
to
much more careful. Yeah.
yeah. So
Same,
that's
same.
and and uh and actually my other experience driving drop the top was recently when Bobby sent his 640i to Darren. He needed an extra hand to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I drove his car and just buka lah. And the thing
So
about what you were saying?
for someone like you, so con to me is a very tough nut to crack. Every time like he's like, no lah, practical. So how has your experience been with drop the top personally?
Okay, let me put it this way. When I was younger, maybe 5 years ago, I want to call myself young 5 years ago. So there's always, you see, the thing is that I'm not bothered with things like leaking water. A lot of the preconceptions that you and Chu Yang were talking that day in your show, it didn't apply to me. But the one that in a way sort of like did not enhance the appeal of drop the tops to me is because that the roof mechanism adds weight to the car and that hampers the handling. And I'm very much a handling and engine person. I like driving my cars to their limit. So a convertible adds weight and reduces the stiffness of the car. And as a result, because of that, I'm not against it, but it didn't have that kind of must-have appeal to me at the time. But seeing you, seeing Bobby, seeing all of you guys with your drop the tops, right? It has given me a greater appreciation to the concept of the car. So, I have not gotten to that stage where I'm ready to shell out money, but you can be assured that on the day I do, you can credit yourself for that accomplishment lah. For that when that day comes, yeah. So
like I said, I understand drop the top is not for everyone, but for me, I just want people to experience it.
Oh yes, I experienced it.
You just have to experience it for yourself, and then you decide from there on. I recently spoke to one of my friends also. I said, "How was your experience?" Because I'm not sure if y'all know Greg. So Greg and Noah, they swap cars. So Greg is an owner of a Mazda MPS, and Noah is an owner of Mazda MX-5 ND, the latest one. So they swap cars. And I was asking him, so how's the experience? He said, I get the appeal, but it's not my cup of tea. But I get why people love it so much.
Right now, I'm a bit in that kind of stage. But but the thing is that right now I'm also open to the idea of one day having one in my collection. So it's like one day when I strike it rich. Yeah, I may have something that I can see the sky, right?
So from not wanting it at all, now you're like, okay, maybe.
Not maybe. If I don't say, I don't want to say if lah. I want to say when I have a bit more extra money to spend, why not? Yeah. So
nice.
So okay, now I know for you, you're not ever selling your MX-5. I think that's a given. Okay.
Yes.
But here's a question for you. What do you see is a good car to complement your MX-5? Let's say one day when you become Amma already, you got kids to shuttle around and all. What would be a good? What do you feel is a good companion car for your MX-5?
Meaning like what's a very practical car for me lah, right?
It may or may not be practical. You may just like, no, I want to get another MX-5 leh choyak. It's no right or wrong answer, but I'm trying to explore your.
So I have an MX-5. Lenny has an MX-5. Let's say we get 2 kids. Then we just go out drive together lah. Nothing wrong also. But if you really need an answer, the first time I went for Borneo Safari, I fell in love with the Suzuki Jimny. I was like, wow, that's the Suzuki Jimny.
Oh, I totally see why I totally see why. That car is shit on the highways, but unbeatable out off-road, man.
I saw it go up. Oh my god, it just wow, it just crawled over the wow. I was so amazed.
I tell you, there is a very, very strong community of Jimny owners in Malaysia, and I've heard of owners that spend 200 grand on modifying their Jimneys. It's crazy.
Amazing.
It's crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, I think, yeah,
Yeah.
Jimny, MX-5.
Okay. So meanwhile, why don't we scroll through our comments and see any
Okay,
interesting? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Cikgu
can.
Suresh. Hi, Cikgu Suresh. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Um, Inex Lee, Porsche would better suit. Hmm. No, actually, I did say that day. One of my, if I ever buy and drop the top, right, the 911 Targa is something that appeals to me. I like the idea of that, that basket handle
Mm,
thing. It's something that I think is
yeah,
unique. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
To me,
Zara,
I prefer it very open.
yeah.
I prefer it very open.
Zara Shat says, get a 458 Spider for true drop the top experience.
Wow, that
Ferrari
one
Mo, Beng,
long.
Ferrari Mo.
Oh, pain. I think of Conti also pain already. Ferrari. Wow.
Okay, here
Of course, you.
Q&A says here,
Mm.
Inex Lee says, is Bobby related to you, Beng?
Or I will let the internet world remain guessing lah. It's quite fun.
I'll never forget what you told Julie Woon.
I'm quite proud of that. But yeah, I'll just let y'all keep guessing. Because
Okay,
until now, after people are still asking me.
yeah, yeah. Okay, Kelvin Core says, I have become a drop the top person because of you. Before this, I just would never consider a drop the top. So that's one for being right there.
I hope you
Uh,
enjoy the experience, man.
Tana says, Con, get a drop the top. Okay. Chu Yang says, Boxster practical one, 2 boots. Hey, Chu Yang, so you getting Boxster? Ah? Make sure get 981, 981, ah. Harsuk Singh asks, Beng, why not consider the E-Class Cabriolet?
How do I answer this
There's
professionally?
Beng, there's no right or wrong answer. Ah. You answer ikut you suka.
Like,
Don't like, okay lo, don't like lo. Mini Moki
sorry.
says, E46 325i convertible. What is your take on this?
325i. Very nice.
Nice, huh? Nice, huh?
Very, very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
On how for you?
For me,
E46?
no lah. I wouldn't buy a convertible that is derived from a coupe.
Okay.
Mm,
Then
mm.
you want a convertible that is designed as a convertible
No, actually, I want a
first.
convertible that is unique. That is now you see, for example, right? Thomas's Boxster Spider appeals to me in a way that the regular Spider does not.
Okay.
Okay, in a way the regular Boxster does not, because it's a more, because when you're already chopping the roof out, right, you might as well go for a really raw kind of drying experience, and that's what the Boxster Spider is about, right? And the whole thing, the whole stunt about you pulling up your roof and you have to fold all that. In a way, I feel it kind of adds to the occasion. So
Understand.
yeah, that's one I would consider. And the day I answered during your live feed with Chu Yang. The other one the other convertible I dream of would be the Ferrari 550 Barchetta.
Yeah. I saw your
Yeah.
comment.
I used to think it was pronounced Barchetta, but the Italians pronounce CH as K, so it's Barchetta.
Reminds me of bruschetta lah. Makan.
Here's the thing, in the Italian language, right? Anything sounds cool. Italians can make
True.
4 doors sound cool. Anything can sound cool in Italian,
True.
right?
True. Yep.
Okay. NXD says Evoke Cabrio ticks all the boxes.
Evoke. Honestly, right, the Evoke Cabrio, the proportions look a bit weird to
Yeah.
me. Right? It's like, yeah, it's a drop the top, yay, drop the top, but I see the proportion like
No.
very
Some cars are meant to keep their top up. But
yeah.
you see, but here's the thing, Here's the thing a lot of people forgot. Last time, back in you go further back in the past, right? Drop uh, SUVs used to be open air, used to be drop the top. Jeep Wrangler,
Yep.
right?
Yes,
The
Jeep Wrangler.
old school Defender, they used to be roofless because those were all army
Yeah.
trucks, right? Right. The
Yep.
original SUV was a drop the top, but such is the current modern SUVs, the way they evolve, the
Yep.
proportions no longer work as a drop the top
Mm,
anymore.
yep.
Yeah,
I see that.
yeah.
But Thomas shared the concept Santa Fe. That's nice, leh.
It's nice. It's between that and what was the other option that he shared? The Tiguan.
Tiguan.
No contest lah. No
Yeah.
contest. No contest. I mean,
Right. Thank you.
no
Exactly.
contest. Sometimes I enjoy Top Gear, Thomas's the Dude Where's My Car section, but sometimes he makes choices a bit easy lah. He makes the choices a bit, but some questions sometimes also he makes it hard. So it's like there are extremes. But the Santa Fe was an easy choice. That was an easy choice.
Yep. Agree.
Yeah. So let's look at Alan Tang says Dawn, full stop.
Wow.
Win
Wow.
liao
Print money one eh.
Win
Yeah,
liao
win liao.
Win liao lor. Well, no, Ben, you should say you haven't print money yet. Hey, who knows?
Like
Drop
that,
the
like...
top may be so successful, you are as good as printing money.
Wow.
Just remember your good friends. Just remember your good friends at Aurizn, yo.
I try. Okay, I keep a mental tab.
Yes. We always have your success in our heart. Always will doakan your kejayaan.
Wah, doakan
On.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah.
So coming, let's bring our discussion back a bit now.
Yep.
You had spent 3 years with us in Aurizn. So what is your most memorable moment with us
memorable? I would say because I joined Aurizn not knowing what Aurizn was. So a lot of things came to me as a very positive surprise. And I still remember going for my first ever media drive, the Peugeot 3008.
I watched that video, yes.
I didn't want to upload the video.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was like, I told Bobby, like, this is so bad. There's nothing in the video. But surprisingly, right, there are people that actually came back to me and was like, because of your video, I bought the 3008. I was like, huh? That amateurish video that I did, you bought the 3008.
Yeah.
But I remember always like, hey, you want to go or not? And I felt like I didn't reach that level to go for a media drive yet. But the experience, it's amazing. And I think a lot of medias, they have experienced it so much that they take it for granted.
Yeah.
Where you're treated like an absolute king,
Yeah.
You don't have to think about anything besides reviewing the car.
Yeah.
You reach the stage, they okay, so this is how media drives are, guys. They tell you, okay, meet here at what time. You go there, from there, they were like, okay, now you do this. Okay, after breakfast, we will escort you to your car. We will tell you which car you are. And then they will give you a GPS or set wave. Everything is there in the car ready for you already. And in the car, after makan, there's a snack pack in the car as well for each media driver.
That's how I
Then
gain
you
weight.
go to the next you go to the next destination, you makan, and this it just goes on like that. And then at night you get your own room at a very beautiful place, and it's just like to me the experience is like wow, this is something totally like
Yeah.
now I understand why people who want to become media.
Mm.
But I really had to give it to the car makers for them
Mm.
to allow us to experience this. Cause for me it was a huge thing, and the envelope. When I first got the envelope, I was like, wow, you do all this for us, still got envelope.
Mm.
You know what's the envelope one?
What is it?
The you wanna buy whatever you go buy lah. This
Uh,
is your
yeah. Well, it's
yeah like
it's
your
it's it's. But the thing is that, right? You look at it, right? It's you look at the amount that they give, right? Usually about 100 or what, right? It's actually at the end of it, right? You is to cover your taxi fare. Go to the the hotel. Sorry, go to the meeting point, chow, and then you have a lunch the next day, right? Gone already.
yeah. So I
Mm.
didn't know what to do with that. I was
Yeah.
like, oh okay. So I
Yeah,
went back, then I passed the bomb.
but for the record, not all drives get this, but
Yeah.
when I first was in this, I also was like, but yeah, but after a while, right? At the end of the day, you just learn to not to not be overwhelmed by it anymore, right?
Understand.
And
But
at
at
the
the
end of the
same time,
day, we are still truthful to ourselves, lah.
of course.
Mm,
But at the
mm.
same time, we don't take it for granted lah.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
be
Never
grateful.
take it
Even
for
to this
granted.
day,
Never take it for granted.
yeah, there are car brands that send us, stuff, and
Yeah,
I'm always like,
yeah,
wow, thank you
yeah.
so much. I'm always so
And
grateful. People want to feed me.
and a lot of us sometimes we struggle to balance our responsibility and our ethics when we
Mm.
are in this line. So to clear it up for everybody, right? Our responsibility when we attend an event, our what we owe the our hosts is that we must have something published, right?
Mm.
That's the obligation. We are not obliged to give a good review, but we are obliged to give a fair review. So if let's say like there's something that we see we don't like, we just letak ni. Sometimes this approach has gotten us removed from invitation lists. It has.
But I think you do it reasonably lah. You don't
Reasonable,
just
reasonable.
whack.
So yeah, so it's because at the end of the day we have to hold to this mantra. We can't
Yeah.
bluff our audience. We can't bluff our audience. The audience today is too smart. Is too smart. So you say something that deviates a lot from what
Yeah.
everybody else is saying, right? It better be
Yeah.
something that you really can substantiate very very well with your substantiate your you have to really be able to substantiate your claims.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Understand? Yep. Yep. Yep.
yeah,
So yeah, going back to your question,
yeah,
first media drive, first international drive. I think all the international drives I'll never forget lah.
yeah.
It's such a thing for me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to soak it all in. I was like, huh, we're leaving the plane already, but I want to stay in the plane longer. And we're leaving this place already. I want to stay in
Yeah,
this place
yeah, yeah,
longer.
yeah, yeah.
Just
Yeah, you,
amazing.
you you know that the most gila media drive I ever went, right?
Mm.
I was away from home, I think 6 days or what, but I only spent 2 nights in a hotel and two different hotels. I spent more time in the plane than on ground because of the
Wow.
transits, right? You reach the airport in Europe, the cars are there at the airport ready. You drive,
Really, right? You have to drive,
go to
yes.
the hotel, sleep. Next day, drive to the airport, fly, get lost.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah, it's actually very tiring one
it
lah.
is. It
It's a
is.
non-stop thing lah,
It is.
back to back.
It
Yeah.
is in that time that I learned to manage my sleep on the flights. Very important.
Mm.
Your sleeping time on flights is really dictated by whether you arrive in the morning or at the night. You arrive in the morning,
True.
you make sure you sleep as much as you can on the plane. You arrive at night, browse the movie
You
collection.
stay. Yeah.
Browse the movie
Yeah.
collection. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so how many media drives have you went? I remember you went for X2. We sent you
Perfect.
for Z4 in
Is that
Melbourne.
for
We sent you for Aston. One or two. How many
S
Aston trips you went? One or two? One, right? Or two.
one?
One, yeah. I remember these three at least.
Yeah. That's all. I don't know whether you count Borneo Safari as one.
Hmm.
The
Borneo
Borneo
Safari.
Safari left a huge, amazing dent
Will you go for another
in
one?
it.
Or is that Basara from Borneo Safari already?
Lah, not Besara lah, but I would want to take on a different role because,
Hmm.
like I said, the first experience is wow, amazing. You are treated like really royalty lah in a way
Hmm.
where everything's done for you. You go there, you set up the tent, everything is set up for you
Hmm.
already. All you have to do is just take your camp bed and sleep,
Yeah.
and that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
But I would want to go and experience it from a different point of view, whereby maybe we have to take parang and chop lah, we have to set up own tent
Forward
lah, cook
crew.
ourselves.
Set
Yeah,
up
yeah, yeah. I
crew.
think that would be pretty cool. Yeah. I think that would be pretty cool lah. Just experience it from different angles instead of
Yeah.
the constantly same thing
And
that we
you
always
and
see.
if you sit on the bed of a pickup truck, it's like drop the top anyway, right?
Yeah, man. Oh god. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
So
those were the only drives lah.
so you were with us for 3 years. Then of course, obviously, along the way, you decided that it's time for you to progress in your career, to
Yep.
grow a pair of wings and fly, right? And I think this is where we do have to give Bobby some credit, a lot of credit actually, because I think I think you and I we have worked together with him long enough that we had our good moments, and also some moments where we don't necessarily agree with each other. But
Of course.
I think at the end of the day, right, when we analyze all of us, our involvement, and we look at and we distill everything right to the bare motives. We all what everybody wanted is for everybody else to be to succeed, and I think that is a spirit that I really treasure amongst us, because we are serious in our work. We have had our
Mm.
disagreements in our work. We There are times where sometimes in a meeting where somebody says something and I sit down and say I don't agree. Then I will give Bobby a call and say, hey bro, this cannot, this is not right, and and I appreciate that we can carry out this kind of disagreements in a very civilized fashion without hard feelings, without personal feelings.
Con is so contradicting when your daughter is screaming behind.
Yeah, it is right. I was just going to ask you, can you hear? Okay, and she seemed to have heard you. She heard you. She stopped. Yeah. So, fuck, where was I? Yeah.
we
So,
can we
anyways, I
can
think at the end, right? I think we see that we are we always had. There's that feeling when we work in Horizon. We always seem to have each other's back. We always push
mm-hmm,
each other to go further. And
mm-hmm.
that's why when you announce your decision to start up Drop the Top, all of us were in right from the bottom of our hearts, we were cheering, because it's a mixture of us missing you, and at the same
Yeah.
time, you know, really happy that to see you take on a new challenge. But the question that I have to ask you is, what was the greatest doubt inside you that you had to overcome before you put your foot down and said, I'm going to do it? This is going to happen right now.
To be honest, it has been a very long process for
What?
me personally.
Mm,
It has been a very long process for me personally.
mm,
Decide to take this step,
mm,
and uh, I don't know whether like you guys who are listening, I don't know whether y'all have experienced this whereby you feel something, like your emotions feel something, and your rational side tells you something, but they haven't quite synced yet.
mm,
My rational side was very ready for the move.
mm.
My emotional side held me back a lot. And it took a while for it to sync up together because my rational side, very easy. It is, what do you have to lose? Right now, how old are you?
Mm,
How much content do you have per month? What's the
mm,
worst thing that could happen?
mm,
You don't have money, you start working again. Very difficult, meh?
mm,
And it's just and that's it.
mm.
Let's say you have let's just say you have 50K. How long can it last you? Let's say
Yep,
1 year lah. Let's just
yep.
say 1 year. Okay, after 1 year you die, you cannot bring back any business, you cannot make a living. What's the worst that could happen after 1 year? I happily tell you guys my age. I'm 28. After 1 year, I'm 29. I'm not even 30 yet. I go find a job.
Mm,
So that's the worst that could happen. Worst thing, okay, I sell my NC to get money. Worst
mm.
thing, I move back with my parents. Worst thing is I eat Maggie or just bread. That's the worst thing.
Yeah,
That very bad.
yeah.
It's not.
It's not. It's not. It's still something
It's really,
that you can live with, and
yeah,
yeah, it's
it's really a risk worth taking. It
exactly.
really is while you're young.
Yeah,
Like we were talking about this before we went live. Con was telling me that it's really a good thing that you decided to do this now,
yeah,
when as compared to
yeah.
his stage of
Mhm.
life at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah,
He has kids. He has to think about three other people's lives.
yeah,
It's not just himself anymore.
yeah. I mean, right now, right, where I am right now, I've learned that my old skill set, the skill set that I started with,
Yeah.
is slowly no longer becoming important anymore.
Mm.
And it was also around that same time when I just got married, just became a father. I realized that I needed to pivot. I needed
Mm-hmm.
to push myself beyond my comfort zone, because here's the thing about men sometimes, without a woman in your life, you'll be like, oh, life is I earning a good salary, enough, more than enough money for my beer, happy happy lah, right? But when when I took up the role of being a husband, being a father, I realized that I can't be jolly jolly anymore. I have to take things seriously. And it was then I realized that I had to take a chance and grow my skill set. And but at the same time, I realized that taking risks at my current stage, risks have to be calculated. All right, I'm at a stage where standing still is I can't even say it's an option. It's a luxury that I cannot afford. I cannot afford to stand still. I have to keep pushing myself to greater heights.
Yep.
Yeah, and but at the same time, it's like I have to always at the back of my mind think of my worst case scenario is my wife and kids and me sleeping in under the flyover, and that is not a worst case scenario that I like to go to. So but I think right now with with guidance, with encouragement from Bobby, and also a lot of my new good friends in the Evo Club community, and you, uh, I think I'm moving on a good path.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So let's shall we check out some more comments?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Boy says if Bing had to replace the MX-5 with another convertible at similar price, what would it be?
Why people like to ask me this question? What?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not bothered if you don't answer because I don't think you have an answer for that.
Yeah, I really don't, guys. I
I don't.
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 I'm not the
Don't.
type that. Wow. If I had this money, what would I buy instead? I
Yeah.
really love my car. You know what it feels like? It feels like you have a girlfriend, and
Yeah.
I'm saying girlfriend because I think a lot of viewers are guys.
Yeah.
You have a girlfriend, and then you're like, who should I substitute her with? And you're always thinking about that. You're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
enjoying
Right.
you're
Yeah.
not enjoying your life with your girlfriend. You're just like, who can I
Yeah. Right.
substitute with?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That's.
yeah,
I think the MX-5 has it's special to you. It's something that you have a very deep connection with. I think it's a car that
yeah,
has brought you to it's a car that opened you to a whole new world,
yes, that's
right?
true.
Right?
And
Because
the
if you think
friendships that I've made,
because if you think about it, right, back then during your time in your previous company, if you had called someone else other than Bobby Young, you'd probably be sitting in a
mm,
cushy office job right now, and 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you'll be heading home in your whatever Japanese B
maybe
segment sedan that's out there, and you're crying at the depreciation.
this Malaysian, pero dua.
Maybe you have the comforts of a working aircon compressor. But the thing is that when you stretch, there's always something holding you, right? You cannot,
Yep,
right? There's always that,
cannot
it,
leave.
yeah. So,
Yep, yep,
so it's
yeah,
some, it's, yeah, actually, it's also with you guys that I learned that buying a car is, yes, it's about you buy a car that you enjoy, but it's also something, you also need to see as a tool that brings you places, not only in the
yep,
literal sense, but also in the figurative sense. It brings you to meet
yep,
new people.
yep.
You wouldn't have met Lenny if not because of the MX-5.
Correct,
Unlikely, right? Unlikely. Yeah. So,
correct.
and the MX, and through the MX-5 club, you would have met
Mm,
you have met people that you otherwise would not have crossed paths with.
yep,
It's just like how I would not have. There are a lot of people in my BMW groups that I would not have crossed paths with if I had not bought my E39.
yep,
Yeah,
yep. And I truly believe that the car has a soul.
it
I
does. It does.
I completely believe
And I also
because there's times right that I needed I like it was an important day for me and I couldn't have my car breaking down on me. I couldn't have my car not starting. And I actually spoke with her, like my car's at her. So I'll say like, okay, we have to get through this. And there was one Evo Enduro, I think 2018. When we came back, then it decided, okay, you're home safe. I need to rest as well. And it just gave way when we got back. And it, yeah,
yeah
and
yeah, and you know
and
and you know
there's
what?
so much.
I'm also
Hmm.
I'm also very convinced that our cars know when our paycheck comes out.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
My
like
car has been okay lah.
hey brother, paycheck come out ah? Nah. New
Oh, by the
fuel
way,
pump please.
this one also this one dying also
Thank you thank you Uh,
True.
yeah. Okay. So let's see what else. Eric V says MX-5 is an iconic classic car. How can those recent Conti car fight? I think the MX-5 is. I think we all acknowledge it's something special. It's something timeless. Each
Mm.
generation of the MX-5, NA, NB, and C, and D, has its own charms, right?
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
yeah. So it's people who buy MX-5s. Um, they are after a very specific type of driving experience. They're after a very simple. At the end of the day, MX-5 is a very uncomplicated, no nonsense car,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Right?
Mm. Mm.
And yeah, Still, still one says, get a Z4, complement your Beamer con.
Yeah.
INX
Con.
Lee says, Barbie car. You know, this is something I wanted to say about the MX-5. You know, they always say the MX-5 is a hairdresser car. How many hairdressers do
Yeah.
you guys have in the MX-5 club? Because I don't
Actually,
know.
right.
Huh?
Actually, right. There's a barber that I know of that drives a Z4, not MX-5.
I know a lot of MX-5 owners, even though not as many as you, but none of them fucking cut hair, man. I wouldn't trust my hair with any of them. No, no. MHJ, somebody asked, hi, both of you. I want to ask, is Proton Iswara a good first car for youngsters?
Wow.
If that's the best car you can afford, then it's a good first car for you. Right? I mean, no, at the end of the day, right, we have to look at it this way also. Your first car is a stepping stone. It's a stepping stone. All right. Whatever it is that you dream of, right? Could be a Ferrari, a Lambo, or something lower, whatever. You have to start from somewhere. And
Correct.
if what you have to start with is an Iswara, that's because that's the best you can afford at this stage in your life. Then go ahead. Go ahead. There is nothing wrong with starting life with an Iswara.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agree.
But please try to have that ambition to move beyond the Iswara lah. That's all I have to say.
Don't be complacent lah.
Yeah.
Like right now you can afford, then don't be complacent. Keep wanting to progress and improve.
Yeah. Alan says, referring to his comment on the Dawn, buy Dawn with pro mileage insurance settle, bro. Actually, 40% savings from a Dawn insurance is a lot, man. You probably can buy another car with that.
Yeah. How do you go first lah? I need to see demo unit first. Then maybe I can.
Okay. Bengtures is another win for you. Another win for you.
Yes.
I got a Z4 E89 last year, directly or indirectly influenced by the aurizn team. Chris's made quite an impact. Okay, this was Crispy's work, but I think any drop the top thing we just automatically credit to you. Right? If it's somebody who buys a classic car, we credit to Crispy.
Got default like that one. Okay.
Yes,
got default like that one.
Yes.
Okay.
Boy638, where you both see yourselves in 10 years? Hey, this is an interesting question. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I was never fond of answering this type of questions, you know. Because if let's say like I ask myself, not even 10 years, like 5 years ago, if I see myself driving an MX-5, having worked, having reviewed cars, I would say no way in hell would be doing this in 5 years. Like no lah, why got such thing? Confirm lah, why would I do this? So in 10 years, right, like right now I can say like I am borderline thinking kids or not, more towards no. And honestly, 10 years down the line, I could be having 6 kids with an MPV without my MX-5.
When you have 6 kids, you need how many MX-5s?
Then he looking at me damn weird. He's like, what the fuck? No way lah. Okay, what I envision, what I want myself to be in 10 years. I want to have time. I think the most precious thing in the world is time. It's not money. It's to be able to enjoy the money with time.
Yes.
Because money always, money you can always earn.
100% agree with you. And
but time is something you earn back.
When you become a parent, this becomes even more profound because you have to balance your time, earning money, spent on earning money, with time spent with your family, so that they don't go and do drugs, right? And also time for yourself to unwind.
Yes.
So yeah, so actually in the last few years I've learned to place increased emphasis in the value of time.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So I this one I fully agree with you. In 10 years time I'd like to see myself having more time. All right, because in 10 years time both my kids will be in primary school. One of them will be on the verge of being a teenager, right? They are just like 3 4 years away from boys trying to get inside their pants. So I want to have that time with them to to be able to bond with them, all right,
Yep.
and also to be able to bring my wife to her holidays, so that she will encourage me to buy more cars.
Good
Yeah,
wife.
and
Good
to
wife.
indulge in more hobbies, all right, and also to work wise I think I want to continue to do what we are doing right now, but I want to be in a position whereby I am working more for fun rather than for survival.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So
You understand?
I told my wife one, it's like I'm going to work until I die. My plan is to work until I die, but as early as possible, I want to change from working for survival or working for to earn money into working for fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So S. Tilo says, can you enlighten me how you plan to generate cash with Cabriolet? Bake the cake or bento for lunchtime could be better option, I think. I think
Okay.
I think he's
I'll
not
just say
really
okay.
getting the point, right? It's not about using that car per se to generate
Mm.
income. But of course, if any of you guys are creative enough, feel free to use your cabriolets for Evo Club Car Wash. We have a package for for private cars also, right? Have to do without the water tank, lah. Huh? Okay, but it is the networking opportunity that having an MX, having a whatever these enthusiast cars that bring people together, bring you into a network of people that opens you to new possibilities. And I think being right now, you're in a position where you appreciate that even more, don't you?
Yep.
Right?
Yep. I
Because
definitely.
you are now on the lookout every day, on the lookout for new things, new opportunities to explore,
Mm.
and you never know
Yes.
where or whom the next opportunity is.
Yep. You
Yeah.
never know.
And we welcome the best accountant in the world, Bobby Ang, in the comment section. Thanks, Bobby. We are always grateful for you. We can always count on your support. When will Con get a cabriolet? Hmm.
Ah. Right.
Maybe in 10 years time.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know. I really don't know. When will Bing get an MTV?
Yeah, I don't see myself getting an MPV there, unless I have to ferry my parents around now.
Fair enough.
Maybe 10 years time. 10 years time.
TJ says MX5 is in a league of its own. Casey says can't see Con owning a cabriolet. Oh, but TJ knows another Z4 owned by a hairdresser. So the real hairdresser car is the Z4, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not the
Mm-hmm.
MX5. Ahmad Zul Iskandar says, Bitter cabriolet okay ka?
Asal drop the top. Okay.
Okay. Bing says, Asal drop
Okay.
the top. TJ says, this is great wisdom. First car isn't dream car. It's the car that bring you to your dream.
Wow, very deep,
Very
TJ.
deep,
Very
oh,
deep.
TJ. Very deep, oh. Very deep, oh.
Very...
Yeah. Okay, Maggie Mee Goreng. Care to share your thoughts on K cars, Honda S660 and Daihatsu Copen? Both are drop tops but pretty pricey. Do you think the price will drop or hold in the future? Bing, what are your thoughts?
I think will hold or confirm will hold. I don't think it will ever drop. I
I don't.
love both the
I
cars.
agree with you either. I mean, but honestly, this is S. But honestly, S60 and Daihatsu Copen, I cannot justify I cannot justify paying for that, man. I mean, you are paying a lot of money for a toy car, you know. It's literally a toy car, eh? But who knows?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If I have 10 million ringgit sitting around,
Why not,
a
right?
toy is a toy,
Just
man. We can never get enough of toys.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, Lester says if buying a classic drop the top should default to Bing or Chris. Wow.
You give lah. Up to you to decide what.
Yeah long, yeah long. Okay, Yang
Up to
asked,
you.
interesting question for you, huh?
Uh-huh.
That means no more car review from Bing.
No lah. Confirm still got.
Still got, still got. Don't worry, Bing will still be reviewing cars with us. All
Yeah.
right.
If
When
review, so I walk on the street, I talk about whatever car I see. I review for you.
Yeah. So Delbert Roy, Con, why didn't you buy F10 M5, or you can just buy a normal 2016 520i?
Yes, time for you to tell your story, Con. What's up with your second car?
Okay.
You asked, we were talking. Lenny and I were talking just now. Like, if I have enough money, right, I don't even see myself buying a second NC law.
Right. Right. So yeah. So yeah. So for those of you guys who are unaware, I just bought another E39. And the reason why is this. So what happened was that one day my wife was on Instagram, and her friend, and she told me, hey, my friend's selling this car and it's like yours. So I said, okay, Lord, let's see. At that point in time, right, I was like, I just see for fun a new one. Then I noticed the number plate was my initials and my birthday.
Okay.
So it's like, huh? I was like, okay, Lord, I play. Then my wife said, you wanna? Hey, this one, rarely the stars will align. Like my wife actually asked me, you know. So I was like, okay, Lord, try luck, Lord. Let's go and see the car, Lord. I go and check the car out. Then I was like, okay. So I just try luck, I just table an offer. And it took the seller a few days, and eventually he accepted.
Good price, Low market price.
At market price lah. At market price. So then after that I was like, at that time I was like still okay. Then I said okay lah, and I didn't rush the deal. I didn't rush the deal at all. I gave the seller plenty of time to think through.
Because for you it doesn't matter, ma.
Yeah.
Can
yeah,
also.
It doesn't matter. The what mattered to me was that I just wanted to know that I tried, and if he think my offer was not good enough, I tried.
Yeah.
Right. And then after that, you agreed, then I said, okay, fine. Can you bring this car to a mechanic? Have the car checked. So this car's condition is cosmetically, it's not perfect. If you look side by side with my current E39, my existing one is in way better cosmetic shape inside and out. It's also it's also the features wise, you know, my current car it's a higher spec car, leather seats, the higher grade trip computer, you know, memory seats and all that. So my mechanic checked the car. He said, okay, no leak, all the rubber hoses changed, nicely done, the car no problem one. So okay, buy and
Wow, so easy.
And that's how it happened. So now I have another E39 right outside there, and guys, wait for the video. I'll be doing a walk around of that soon.
Connor,
yeah.
Why didn't you just offer to buy the number plate?
Where am I going to put the number plate to? I can't buy another new. I have to buy a new car to put a number plate to. I can't afford a new car.
So the number plate attracted you more than the car?
Well, well, the number plate was the driving factor, I have to admit. All right, and the fact that it's practically a risk-free indulgence. The car has basically only needs a service. It needs new tires. So if let's say like 3 or 4 months down the road, I ended up like I decided that I can't deal with this. I can sell either E39s, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
And believe it or not, there are already people asking me about the silver car.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
If you had to let go, which one would you let go of?
I have not decided yet, but definitely I will let go of one eventually lah. It's silly to hold on to two E39s for a prolonged period of time lah. One will go eventually.
You know sentimental value, meh? With your older one?
You see, here's the thing. Here's an interesting conversation that I had with the best accountant in the world.
Okay.
So as some of you may know, a couple of weeks back, I also was toying with the idea of selling the Waja because the car was being underutilized, and I was having this deep conversation with Bobby, and what I was saying is that right, when I see people like Bobby talk about how he missed his legacy, how he missed his S4,
Mm.
and Crispy how he missed this car, this car, this car, I realized that amongst my friends, right, when they talk about how they miss a certain car that they sold once upon a time, then I realized I actually don't have that feeling. There's no car in my life that gives me that feeling. And in that conversation with Bobby, we realized that it is that feeling of missing this car, this certain car, that in a way completes your ownership of it. It completes your journey as a car enthusiast. So so that was the reason at that time I thought, I'm ready to let the Waja go. Because it was sitting for it was being underutilized. I mean, I clocked what 2,000 kilometers in that car over the last 6 months, and
Yeah.
and that car still has a lot to give, right? I mean, given a choice, I wouldn't sell it, but I figured that it's better that the car sees some action, be useful to some other owner. And it was then in that same conversation we had the idea that, hey, why not we take since we are promoting Evo Club Car Wash, why not we take that car and set up as a pilot project to start up a different package of Evo Club Car Wash whereby people can start the whole business using their existing cars.
Yep.
So that is why that's why I still have the Waja with me. Later on, we're going to put in the all load the car with the relevant equipment. Of course, it will be
Yep.
without the water tank. It will be without
Yep.
the generator, but the
Yep.
pump, the vacuum cleaner, all the cleaning agents will all be there. And as for my two BMs, one
Yep.
day, all right, there will come a day where I don't know, in some there will come a day where I will have to downsize from the S Max as well, because the reason why I have the S Max is I have 3 adults and 2 kids in my household, and the S Max is the best car that I can accommodate 3 adults and 2 child seats. So when my sister-in-law finally gets married and shifts out of the house, we will not have the need for the S Max anymore, and that is when um, we'll be ready to let the S Max go, and that will be my deadline to let one of the BMs go as well. And whatever that's from there, the money will go to buy another car for my wife. You see, one reason why the silver car stays is because right now my wife prefers to drive the E39 than the S Max.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So the S Max now is actually driven mainly by me when we go out with the kids. Yeah, yeah.
Never knew.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, but the point is, I will not have two E39s forever. No way, no way, absolutely
Okay.
no way, absolutely no way.
But like going back to the point of the sentimental value
Mm,
thing,
mm.
um, I get where Chris and Bobby are coming from. But I think even owning it, I don't know, how long have you owned your silver E39?
2 years,
There must like there must be some connection that you feel with the
of
car.
course,
I
of
don't
course,
think you have to wait for it to be sold, then you like, oh okay. Then
of
I
course,
feel everything, like
of course.
emotions come
You
at the
see,
same
you see,
time.
the thing is that right when I compared the buying experience between my two BMs, right, the level of thrill is the I mean it's both I both enjoyed, but the emotions were very different.
Yeah.
Leading the I had a more there was a more, I had greater sense of anticipation when I bought the silver one, because there was trepidation as well. Because at that time I was like, shit, I buy BMW. Expensive to fix the knot. You know, the car is an unknown. You know, it's just a car that I've liked since I was in secondary school. I finally have the chance to own it. Now I buy it. All right, but 2 years with that car, I've learned a lot about it. That when I buy this second one, it feels like a safer purchase than buying a Vios. Because firstly, it didn't cost me a lot of money. And second thing, I can sell it back easily, and recoup whatever that I paid for the car. No sweat. And
Is it
I
because
know exactly, you know, how I know what are the fixes that the car will need.
yeah, so you're more informed of your purchase.
Yes.
You know what you're getting
Yes.
yourself into.
Yes. Yes. Okay, give me a moment. I need to extract my daughter from the Hey, you.
So guys, any plan for Chinese New Year? Please comment below. Your balik kampung, your kampung in
Yes.
PJ, KL,
Yes.
Ambud, Selayang. What are your plans for Chinese New Year? Now don't have to go pasar malam to meet up already. Now can reunion dinner nicely.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing my reunion dinner over Zoom.
Oh, serious?
Serious. Because I realized that my household, we come into I come in, because in our nature of work, I do occasionally come into contact with people. So I want to minimize the exposure to my folks now.
Understand.
And in any case, my brother is stuck in Singapore, so we have to Zoom with him anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's look at the more comments. Well, what's Bing's favorite MPV? Bing, I tell you, the S Max. It has to be the S Max, Bing. I tell you, it's.
Give lah. I know I'm not answer. There's nothing that comes to mind like, wow, the MPV was damn nice.
Yeah. MPV really is not your thing. MPV really is like it's something you would buy if, like, you know, you need like a washing machine or a fridge kind of thing, right?
I actually feel MPV is actually quite a luxury to have.
Yeah. Well, Bing, what is your next car and what is your dream car? I think you don't have to answer that. You have answered that enough already. Arsuk Singh asks, what's your favorite cabrio? I think I answered this right.
You.
Huh?
Yes. But I think you can answer again. Maybe they came in late.
911 Targa. It's between the 911 Targa and the 550 and the Ferrari 550 Barchetta. Yeah. And the 911 Speedster also.
Oh.
And the Porsche Boxster. Yeah. I have a thing for
this.
What?
Just get one.
Okay. All right. So, okay, Dilbert says, can't do your new E39 review. That will come. Maggie Me Goring, keep up the good work. I don't have 10 million yet, but I really fancy these toys. If you fancy it, go for it. All right? If you fancy it, go for it. The reason why I don't go for it, because I haven't fancied it enough yet.
Right? But he fancied the E enough to go for it.
Yes.
Same for me with my MX-5.
Yes.
Same thing. Both of us like, I don't know what we're getting ourselves into, but okay, let's do it.
The man says, E39 no leather seats, 525. Yeah, it's a 525. That car is an interesting story. It was an ex-embassy car. That car formerly was from the Austrian embassy. Then apparently it was bought by an Iranian buyer. Then after that, my wife's friend bought it, and now it's with me. Okay.
Wow.
So yeah. It's an embassy special. I have never seen an E39 with this kind of spec in Malaysia before. Yeah. This one I want to transfer. Greetings, human. Beamer is the best. Hey HP,
I love
I think my car is cheaper than that time your Lexus repair bill. Eh.
sayang, aloe vera, sayang.
No,
HP like,
HP, we love you, we love you, we love you, we love you. Yeah.
you know, he's like wearing the bulletproof vest. Then whenever he comes here, he's like, shoot lah, shoot lah, do it.
Yeah. Hey, we've been talking for 1.5 hours already, man.
Damn. Oh, oh, your daughter,
She
the red
climbed the
devil.
high chair.
Anyo.
You know, I always joke with my wife. Last time before I bought this blue one, right, I always joke with my wife. We need to buy a second one so that I can pass one down to each daughter. But I always
So you put it up.
I always meant it as a
You
joke. Ada?
No, you put it there already. You put it out, law of attraction, you're aligning your stars, and it happened.
Yeah.
I did with Gemini as well.
Yeah, I think. Anyways, guys, all of you who have been tuning in, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. All right, so please, yeah, thank you for your support of us, and please support Bing as well. Support your continued effort, and I'm not calling this a farewell because we are still part of the same extended family. All right, but
You started the whole thing with me in tears already. I wasn't expecting that, lor. Walao.
well, it's a heartfelt sharing. It's a heartfelt sharing.
It is.
Yeah, yeah. You. I'll always look back at our time as colleagues with great fondness. Um, I don't think I want you as a colleague again, not because I don't like you, but it's because I want to see Drop the Top succeed. All right, I want to see this really take off and be something big. Yeah, 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 and
Thank you, Kong.
yeah, you always be good friends. And whenever HP says something shitty, I'll tag you on Facebook.
Screenshot. Oh. Yahweh. So HP is like the catalyst for us, lah.
Yeah.
So without HP,
Yeah.
also.
But for the record, I think HP has been a great member of our team. I truly appreciate his presence with us as well. He has grown a lot as an individual over the last 1 year, 2 years with us. Yeah, and what I really like about HP is that he doesn't complain. He doesn't complain. We give him a lot of shit sometimes, but he never complains. He always he always has that can-do spirit. And yeah, the fact that he doesn't complain, I think, is the most I think endearing factor. You know, nowadays a lot of young people always everything complain, but HP doesn't.
But I think for like personally for me, sometimes I want him to talk more, like to state his opinion, not complain, but to state his opinion more.
Are you sure you want?
Sometimes you have.
Are you sure you want him to talk more?
State his opinion more lah, not complain more lah. Not the type that he look up in the sky and then pluck random words one. That one enough lah. That one is amazing one. Sometimes I think he's high on drugs.
Yeah.
Really one.
But ultimately, remember HP, we love you.
Yeah.
We love you, HP.
Really a lot.
Yeah.
HP is behind the scenes of a lot of things.
Yeah. A lot of
I think.
Yeah. So I do wish that and honestly my Mandarin is shit, but I somehow can watch HP's Mandarin video from start to finish one. It's like,
I will watch
like, I
that
look
funny
at
one.
Wow, this guy damn good at this guy. His video damn good. Guys, if you have not subscribed to HP's channel, please subscribe HP's channel. Okay, link is in the description. Go look for it. Even if your Mandarin is half baked like mine, It's damn entertaining.
That one video that I watched, the cat at the beginning of the video, then he petting one.
Yeah, yeah,
Pet. Then I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
what the heck is this guy doing? Oh my gosh. I always remember that video. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, I think
So
it's been a great session. Great having you on board. I'll see you for the next on our next collab video. There will be more. When it's a bit more safer to come out. So Bing, take care, stay safe, and
suddenly so serious.
drop the top always.
Woo!
Yeah,
Drop the top. Thank you so much, Con.
always.
Looking forward to your E39 video. You
Yeah,
put them
yeah,
side by side.
yeah. It's I drove that car for the first time today, and I'm surprised at there are actually quite a bit of interesting contrasts between my two cars that are worth discussing. But
Awesome.
yeah, we wait for.
Thank you.
I shall share that more in my next video. Hopefully tomorrow, if I sempat to wake up early to film. If not, after Chinese New Year lah.
Okay.
Okay.
So to everyone, Kueh Fa Choi, Happy Chinese New Year. Thank you.
Choi. Important. Stay safe. Okay. Stay safe.
I got PSA.
Yeah.
So my PSA is I'm not married. I accept ang pao. Okay. Not married. I accept ang pao. That's my PSA. You need my bank account. I can put the QR code lah. I'll put the QR code there. Your scan. Happy. Okay.
Okay, guys. Those of you who are watching, yeah, please take note. Okay. I'm still the old-fashioned way. I give it in. Yeah, but. Okay lah.
Thank you for having me, Con. It's good to talk.
Yeah. I always enjoy collaborating videos with you. I'm sure some of you guys have seen videos of me and Bing, right? It's a lot of play acting between me and her, but you know what I like about Bing is that when I just take the phone out, right, our friend, she's like switched on, ready to perform.
And Con will direct me one. Con will be like, okay, babe, I'm going to eat now. You just, when I turn on, you just come in and then you scold me. Okay? Just scold me.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Directed by that.
Yeah. I always enjoy that. We will still do more of this when the opportunity arises.
Yeah.
But yeah.
A lot. Do you know a lot of people actually ask me like, hey Bing, really Con didn't give you the M340i really really Con so bad man? Really man? My gosh.
No lah, I where got so bad one.
A lot of behind the scenes. Con literally called me, Bing, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna do this. You just act like you don't want lah. Okay. I call you.
Behind the scenes revelations.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay lah.
Okay. Thank you for having me, Con.
Pleasure's all mine. Okay, everybody else. I don't know how many times I say this already. Good night. Kueh Fa Choi. Take care.
Kueh Fa Choi.